Hi everybody, it's Laura. Welcome back to my bead mat and welcome to new subscribers. Today we're going to get back into the September bargain bead box, Mystic Moonrise. This labradorite pendant is just screaming to do something with it. I do have bales. I think we're going to do, I don't have copper bales, and I don't think we got one. No, we did not get a copper bale. I do have copper wire, but unfortunately it is, I don't know. I think it's really the wrong color to go with all of this. Or I would go ahead and make a bale. So I think we'll go with silver on this. But we're going to use this pendant. And I think we're going to use the larvicate, some of those. I'm just going to get a few out. I'm not going to use a lot. We need some white. I do have my tray with all my spacer beads. Oh, you know what? I have some of those. Let's use some of those. That's a definite. So this is going to be the basis for this project. Let's do, I'm on the fence of that. It just looks like he's like, I don't know. I don't like this with it. So we're gonna take that off. These bead caps just didn't look right. So we'll put them back down in there. But I am going to make something with these big frosty beads. Because they're so large, I don't want to use too many. Maybe make a focal with 2, and then put like 2 on the outside. Make like a bracelet. Again, something kind of light colored. Don't do that. Nope. I did like these with it. So we'll use some of those to make the focal. I'll just get a few out there. Like that. That'll be the basis of this bracelet. Alright, let's we have this. I'm trying to make something let's see how they look together. I know you have a ball. Oh no. scratch that idea. No. Oh, definitely not. Well, we'll come up with something for those. Meanwhile, oh my gosh, I wanted to do at least 3 projects with this. Should have grabbed a little spoon. Come on. There's 25, roughly 25. We're going to use some of these with this. I don't know how many that is. I'm just putting some on. And we are definitely going to use some of these. I'll just put them in the bowl. And maybe a few of these. I want to make a necklace with that. Let's dangle a leaf, a star, and maybe we'll use 2 of these as connectors. And we may put these with those. Alright, let's get to work and see what we can come up with, guys. Alright, so let's work with this bracelet. I think that's going to be my biggest challenge. Let's create the focal first, I think. I think these will add a nice little touch. So let's get them out here in the tray. To start with, I want to make sure I have you guys set decent. Bring it down maybe a little bit. Alright, so the focal piece. And then we'll do like that. Whenever you use very large beads, it takes up a lot of real estate on your arm. So be sure that you take that into consideration when you make your length of your bracelet. So let's say I have this at not even 6 inches. In reality, that's going to take up not even 6 inches on your wrist. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to put this on, I think, blue. No, that's got a lot of brown. Let's go ahead and do the brown. So I'm going to get off a good healthy length. This is roughly probably a lot more than I need, but I always use my leftovers in earrings and that kind of thing. So I'm going to clip one end because I have, you know, just like this, it's fine. And if you have a kink in your wire, just rub it out like that. And I'm just going to start at one end. Let me clean that up so it's a nice flush cut. These little labradorite beads are so pretty. They have so much flash. Now, when I add the clasping and all that, it's going to take about 1.5 inches. Because I am going to use a lobster, a 6mm jump ring, a 4mm jump ring, and 2 of the clamshells. So when you add that all together, that takes up a long space. I know there's another hole in that. There we go. With these big matte beads, you definitely want something shiny in the bracelet. So far, this is what it looks like. I kind of like that. But it's not about what I like so much. It's about what customers like. And this is the part that would be the center of the bracelet. I don't know if the camera is picking up the flash. So far, this is what it's looking like. I had a blast yesterday with my friend Vicky. We don't get together very often. I think the last time her and I got together was like almost a year ago. So we just had some good girl time. So this is, it measures and get to hold straight. Not quite 6.5 inches. But when you put these great big beads on your wrist, and I want to make sure that they're all like, maybe I want to do it this way so I can make sure. You can see, even though that was 6.5 inches, those big beads take up a lot of room. So I think that's what we'll go with. I might take the little white ones off and then take these off and put the white ones back on. Just, you know, because it might be a smaller wristed person. I guess I didn't need to pull both of the white ones off, did I? So that it ends like that. And that's what I think I'll do. So I'll just go ahead and get my stuff together. Okay, so I do have the antique silver clamshell. You go up through the bottom, out through the mouth. Add a crimp tube. I am going to bring it up. These are 2x2 crimp tubes, or so the package says. I think they're a little bit smaller than a 2x2. They came from Amazon, so I pulled. It's on there nice and tight. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to give it a hug. Don't want to squeeze too hard or you'll squash it. Then I'm going to give this a nice tight squeeze. That'll help them set in together. Slide all that down. And then I'm going to, these are really big beads, so you do want to make sure you're letting them be kind of loosey-goosey, because they take a lot more space to bend. I am going to clip off the majority of my wire. I have enough to do another complete bracelet. I'm going to remember to take this off though and put this one back on. I almost forgot to do that. And I was looking at that and I was like, why is that still on there? And so he matches the other side now. I am going to open my clamshell so I get my pliers in there. Put it through the bottom, out through the mouth. Grab my crimp tube. This one we're going to drop all the way down in. And then I'm going to reach down inside of here. Kind of give it a press down. And I'm going to squash that crimp tube. And I want to make sure it is squashed all the way across so that it stays put. I'm going to give it a tug test. It's on there tight. I'm going to reach in and I'm going to trim this just above that crimp tube. And then I'm going to close the crimp tube around that. Now you'll notice that there is some play, and that's because these big beads take up some space when you go to bend them around your wrist. Once you do that, all that play is gone. So don't worry about that play when you go to straighten it out. There's a little bit of colored wire. It's only because when you do this, those big beads take up that space. Now we're going to, oops, I forgot. We're going to give it a hug And then we're going to squeeze it shut. I don't remember which side we were on, but I'll do it to both sides. That way I know we have it closed. I have a 4mm and a jump ring. I'll put that on one side, and then I have 6mm for the other. All my information for Bargain Bead Box, if you wish to join, it is $23 a month, shipped directly to your door, and it is curated each month to be different, and it's a surprise, or it should be. I stay away from other people's videos when they start showing what they get each month and things like that, because I like the element of surprise. And I stay away from the Facebook page. So, anyways, and it is a monthly subscription service. And you get, they say about $68 to $85 a month, depending on the month. Sometimes it's quite a bit more than that. I don't think I've ever really been disappointed with Bargain Bead Box. I've always been pleased with it. So here is project number 1. Let's go ahead and work on this right here. This pendant is gorgeous. Play that bracelet there. I'm going to get everything I need to make this. Okay, so I started going through things, trying to find things to go with it. I think I'm not going to use those. Those are kind of peach. I have these gray crystals. Very faceted, very shiny. I do have some pearls. I might use these two. I have a couple of different ideas. I don't think, yeah, they won't fit in there. But I'm still going to get them out. I want to make sure that they are open. Yes. And yes, I'm going to use them. I'm probably not going to use the others though. Put the rest away. And then I do have some white crystals. These all came from Bargain Bead Box except for the pearls. This also did not come from Bargain Bead Box. It's a little elephant charm. I want to hang him from the front of this pendant. But first, we need to get this open. And I don't want to close it yet. I just want to get it there. Because I want to get him up in here. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll find out. If not, I will use a jump ring to fasten him. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to add too much thickness. Yeah, it's not going to go into the stone. We'll get it. We'll get it in there. Okay. So, and of course I put the veil on backwards. Ha ha ha. That's the story of my life. I'll put just a bit more. Alright. We will add him on with jump rings. So I need to get a couple more out. Maybe one of my really big ones. He has to go on here. I absolutely love him. Maybe he's gonna need one big one and one tiny one. Okay, let's get him on there. I just have to have him on there. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We may use two small ones. We'll see how this goes. Okay. We're using jump rings because he is facing this way, and the loops have to go like this, and he's already facing this way, so we have to go like this and then like this. So let's, yeah, we definitely need to put the big one up in there. So we're going to go ahead and get him on a jump ring. Like so. Close it up. Guys, my phone updated the camera, and I can't do anything about the stupid auto focus. I have tried to turn it off, and it just will not let me. It's very upsetting when I'm filming and all you guys see is blur. Make sure it's shut tight and turn him around. I can live with that. I can live with that. So there's my pendant. Now, we are going to use some of the 3.2 millimeter beads to go underneath that veil. Get that out of the way. I'm going to put these over here in case I need them later. And I'm going to use probably the, I'm probably going to stick with the brown. Mainly because I have the most of that color. I feel like I'm pulling this from underneath. I really do. And it's like unraveling in an odd sort of way. I don't know, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, it's really bad. So I don't know how much I'm going to need, so I'm just going to snip off a pretty good length of this. Like I said, I use the leftovers all the time. Alright, so I'm going to clip one end because we'll bead from the middle out, and I think I will only need 2 of these for this to ride on. Find out here in a second. And 2 is perfect. So let's go ahead, and I want do I really want to go with one of these next? No, it looks too big. Let's get some of these labradorite. off the strand and get them down here. And let's get a couple of them on. Why are they such a struggle? And then let's go to this and see how that looks. Much better. Alright, so I'm going to do the same on the other side. I want one of these. And one of these. Ah, come on. It's fighting with me, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this about to the halfway mark in my necklace and my strand that got here. And I am going to put this right up close to that. That's going to say, okay, I'm like at the halfway mark, right? Well, maybe not quite. Right about there is halfway. All right, and then I can bead half of this. So I've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. One of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. All right, so that's kind of what I've got. I do kind of want to put maybe a couple more of these on each side. Maybe a silver and then one of those. And a silver. And then do another one of these. Let's see how that looks. And then go into the pearl. So I hope you enjoy designing with me, and this gives you some ideas of what to come up with, how to use what you've got. I see so many ladies just buying and buying that are on the Bargain Bead Box Facebook page and asking, what are these used for? And they've got them on their bead mat. And I'm like, okay. I kind of like that. And I think I'll go, I like that silver with it. I don't think I'll use any more of those Labradorite, the little ones. And go silver into the pearl. And I may decide to take those Labradorite out of there. That is, there we go. I like that. I kind of like them though because they're bringing a flash in. So I'll leave it. Leave that right just like it is. And then we'll go ahead and do another spacer bead. Another one of these. Spacer. I will do 2 spacers. We'll see. I guess he's gonna hang down. I do this and do that and then do those up there. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And then 2 more. And then I'm going to use this twisted, oops, yes, this twisted bead frame. I'm putting this in, and then I'm going to line it up. Guess this bead doesn't quite fit. The bead I had a hold of earlier did, and I may have to turn the bead a little bit to get it down in there. Some of these beads are smaller, so let's find a different bead. Yeah, that one's a little bit smaller. Yeah, but it's still not going to fit. Okay, so let's take that out of there, and let's go ahead and use some of these gray ones. It was an idea, and I really, really want to use that bead frame. So let's get some gray ones off. And I think with these gray ones, we might have, no, it'll be perfectly fine. I was going to say we may have to put spacer beads with them, but we don't. So we're going to line it up and put the wire through the hole on the other side of the bead frame. Ta-da! Let's see. I don't know. Now the bead frame doesn't look right. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? This one looks smaller, but he's not. Okay. It was an idea. Alright, I guess the bead frame's out, guys. That's okay. And they don't look right with this project for sure. So we're just going to keep going like I was with the 2. You know what? I think I'll alternate between using 2 and 2. So I used 1. Let's go ahead and use another one of the little ones, and then go ahead and put this in like that. So we're going like this, and then we did this, then we went to here, and then we're going to go do this again. So the next one will be 2 of the silver spacer beads. One of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, what do we want to do with this last one? I guess we'll go ahead and do 2 spacers. Whoops, don't want him. Do a spacer. One of these. A spacer. Whoops. And let's end it with 2 more silver spacers. Or 1, because we're going to use this, which will essentially look like one of those. Okay. Oh well, I didn't get to use those, but that's okay. We'll put them in the unused pile. I really like how that turned out. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to crimp this, but you don't need to watch that part. We've already done it before. So isn't that beautiful, guys? I paused you while I put the clamshells on because you've seen me do that already in this video. Saves time. I measured this. With the jump rings, it'll be 8.5 inches. And so I cut 5 inches, 2 pieces of chain at 5 inches, one a little less, one a little more. If you're new to my channel, you don't know why I do that. It's because when I add the jump ring to this side and the clasp and a small jump ring to this side, when you bring them together at the back of the neck, they're going to be at the center of the back of the neck because this is longer than that. So therefore, having them offset, the chain being shorter on this side and the hair longer on this side, it makes up that difference. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. I'd already started putting the jump ring on and I was like, oh wait a minute, I got to measure my necklace and see how much chain I need before I put the chain on. And I drop it. So I have got a serious case of the dropsies today. Okay, so we're going to put this on real easy. My next necklace, I probably will not show you putting the chain on because, you know, we would have already done that. That will help move along the video. There's that. And now we will put the chain on, or the clasp on. Open. You always open by twisting, not pulling. Putting our clasp on. And I have a fuzzy that just seems to want to hang out with me. And then we're going to do the other side. And this is only like maybe one is like not even 1/4 of an inch difference in size. You know, a difference in the size of, you know, length of the chain. It's just enough to make up that difference. I really wasn't intending on using this jump ring, but I already have it over here. And that's okay. I think it actually works very well with this style and this, you know, the big stones. I think it looks like it just belongs with this piece. So there is this beautiful necklace. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. I think that elephant just made that stone what it is. Okay, so I'm going to set him aside. We're going to get these out. And we're going to decide what we're going to do. We're going to be using these. We're going to dangle these. We're going to add these in for color. We're going to create a focal with some of these and maybe with these. And let's start with the focal. think we'll do that. I have my head pins, and they're short, so, you know. Let's see. They're ball head pins, so I'm checking to make sure they won't come through. And we are going to do this. And maybe I'll go ahead and get some more of these off. I'll put one of these on the top. And I'm going to make a wire wrap loop. We hope. I am terrible at these things, guys. And I have a very short piece of wire, so it will be interesting to say the least. I just need a couple. That worked. And then we're going to clip our excess off. And I'm just going to reach in there and I'm going to find where that is. And I'm going to kind of squeeze him in so he doesn't snag on stuff. There's that one. And then we're going to kind of do the same here. I'm going to create another little dangle. And I think we'll go ahead and just go with that. We'll let go, and I will get a hold of this with my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to wrap with my fingers. And it's definitely a messy wrap. These are very thin, what do you call them? And I lost it right in the middle of all of this. There he is. Very thin head pins. Where'd those little bitty ones go I had yesterday? There they are. Let's see if I can get a hold of that. So I'm going to, I think I can just kind of squish that on down around. And I dropped it. This is why you very seldom see me do wire wrap loops. I am actually very terrible at them. Trying to get it to hold still so I can tuck him on in. There we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you know what? I think I'm going to use a little piece of chain. So let me grab some of that chain that's in the box. Right here. I just need one little piece of it. And I want it long enough to come to right about here. So let's lay that back down. Oh my goodness. And we'll cut it right about here. Well, let's give it a couple more leaves. I don't want to take that. Ouch. Okay. There we go. That's off. It poked at me. And now let's go ahead and set that aside. And let's get oh, I thought I had the jump rings for that color over here. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I have everything out now, and let's go ahead and add these dangles to that chain. So we have one of the leaves, and I want the leaf at the bottom. Like that, and I am going to work hard on this. And then I'm going to add a star, probably 2 up from the bottom. So we have 1, 2 on the third one up, so that the star can be seen and the leaf can be seen. Now let's put these together on one jump ring. I'm going to hang this in. Let's put one on one side. We're going to put this. I cannot believe I just dropped that. Try it again, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on to that. Put that one on. Well, what did I just do with the other one that fell? All the way over there. 1, 2, and then the third one. Like that. And I'm going to close this up. Alright, so there's my focal. I know this looks like a hot mess. We're going to set him aside. I'm going to kind of sort of make a plan here. I do want this not too far from the very front. I do like this dark midnight kind of look that this has going. Let's get this back a little bit farther. Get some more of these off from here. And he just went rolling, but that's okay. Let's get like a couple of these in the front. Kind of like do like that. And I want a variety of colors. So we have 2, that blue. Those are the same color. Let's find something a little different right there. Like that dark one. That. another shell bead, that one, 2 more, and then so we have that segment, so we have 2, that segment 2, that segment 2. Are they even? There, that, there, that, and there. Okay. Do we want to even add these? I don't think we do. I think I want to do one more segment. I really, really like those shell beads in there. It looks really nice. Let's get some more of these off. Let's go. And then the last 2. And then let's put like a couple of these on the end. And I think that will do it. And then we'll end it with these and then the chain. I love that, guys. All right, let's do this. So we're going to need, I'm going to stick with the brown because we are working with bronze. Cannot believe how bad this is like unwound on me, guys, and it just keeps going. So all right, I think I have one of these, but I don't know if it'll go over this. It does. That'll stop that. All right, let's go ahead and clip this. And I have plenty big enough. Now I'm just going to pick this up, set it off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and clip off one end. And I know this is a really long video, and I appreciate all of you guys and all of your support. It has been amazing. So let's go ahead and just bead this up. I love how this looks. I love these indigo blue. I'm just trying to get it on the wire. This should be a fairly easy bead stringing project from here on out. Come on. Alright, so I am halfway done, and this is where we're going to go ahead and put this on. And I am going to check and make sure that wherever I put that right there is not going to come through that wire. And right there is where it's and it's not coming through. So we're good. And that is what the dangle is going to look like. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and continue. So we have one of those, two of these, one, oh, where are you? One, one, two. So this is what we've got so far, if you guys are curious. Almost done. I was saying this is going to be the more difficult one, and I think the other ones were probably more time consuming than this one ended up being. This one ended up being my probably easiest one. And we are doing something just a little bit different when it comes to transitioning this to the chain. So you'll want to make sure you stick around for that. Alright, so I have them all on. I'm going to put these in my unused tray. Alright, so this is what we have. I have it to the back there. Alright, so this is what we have. Get my bits out of the way. And we're going to be putting these on next. So what we're going to need is 2 of the clamshells. And 2 crimp tubes. Because we're going to be crimping them directly onto these. Well, not directly on, but you know what I mean. I am going to take that bent little piece off. We're going to put a clamshell on. And I won't pause you for this because we're going to do be doing something a little different. So I want you to stick with me. We're going to squash it. These are actual 2x2. You can see the difference. They're a little bigger. I think those others were like 2 by 1.5. Those that came from Amazon. And we're going to slide it all the way down. And then I'm going to trim off all this excess, which is enough to do another necklace with. And I'm going to open this one up, put it on, put my crimp tube on and let it go all the way down in. And I want to make sure that my dangle is where it's supposed to be, in between those 2 beads. And I want to make sure everything is where it should be without too many spaces. Well, without any spaces. And I want it to be able to curve around. Don't want it poker straight. And I'm going to reach in and squash that crimp tube, and then I'm going to make sure he is completely squashed because I don't want him to come loose. I'm going to do a tug test. He's on there tight. Trim off that excess, close it up, give it a squash, squish that down tight. We're ready for the next step, which is adding these. We're going to use, yeah, we're going to go ahead and use these. This is quite thick, and the little tiny ones won't let it flow as much as I'd like to use them. They are just really, don't let the piece move freely. It gets stuck. So I'm going to put on, I don't know what's up with my grip. I just have not been able to hold on to things. And then we want to make sure that these are to the front. So we're going to put them face down, and then we're going to close up this jump ring. Now I'm going to struggle with these. And I'm going to work hard on it. I'm going to give it a tug test. Oh, crappy jump rings. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use these small ones. It's okay. I'm going to make sure I'm gripping that good and tight. If you have crappy jump rings, it'll just make your piece fail. So, those jump rings came with this little bitty kit I got for like $5 on Amazon because I needed clasps of different colors. It wasn't worth it. I'm just saying, it wasn't worth it. So those are garbage. I forgot how bad they were. It'll be alright. So we're going to again make sure these are facing downwards and close that up. There we go. So now we have them facing up the necklace, and I'm going to need to get some more of those ones out because I just used them. So we're going to need 3, 4. So we're going to need 1, 2 for the chain, and then some for the other end. And I want a good one for the clasping. There we go. We're going to go, well, I don't know if I really want to go that big. I think I do because those are really, really thin. Yeah, we're just going to do it, guys. You know, it's got big, bold pieces. Let's just do it. Okay. Chain. That's what I was going to do. From here, we need to measure this. This is quite long. And it is just about 10 inches. So I'm going to need 5 and 5. Well, actually less than 5. Because we have an inch worth of clasping and stuff, about 1.5 inches. So we're going to need about roughly 8.5 inches. So let me get my measuring back out. I'll get this done. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's assemble this. Just like assembling any other necklace, except for we are assembling it, fastening to this piece here. instead of to the necklace itself, to the little connector component. And so this is just under 4.5 inches on this side, adding the lobster, and then on this side, we are adding the piece of just a little more than 4.5 inches. I hope I wasn't off the frame, guys. I just realized I had it pretty close to me to see what I was doing. And then adding this, I believe this is like a 10mm jump ring, but it is really hard to find a good copper or antique copper jump rings that stay. So there is that. I love how this turned out. Very pretty. I love that with the dangles, and you know, it's just pretty with the stars and the leaves. Let me show you all 3 pieces laid out here. I'm gonna have to put them kind of like this so you can see them all. I don't know which one is my favorite, guys. I'm struggling. I really like the elephant. He's not one to stay up there while he's like laying still. And then we have the bracelet, which turned out really, really pretty. We'll put it more up here. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. This is a really long video. I am so sorry. I hope you all have a most wonderful day. I'll talk to all of you guys down below. Bye, guys.